Hello, everybody, and welcome to another new moon reading, this time for the 21st of June 2020. And if I'm not mistaken, the new moon's supposed to be in Gemini. And so, as always, we'll have a look at what to let go of with this new moon cycle, what to let in on the other hand, and which card will help us on the practical level. So let's dive straight in. So the first card is on the position of letting go and closure. So what we should leave behind us with this new moon cycle. And here we got the Magician, but we got him upside down. So normally this card is all about your potential to create and your empowerment and capability to make things come true. It's really nicely symbolized in the picture by the man holding, or he's not really holding all of them, but there are present all the suits from tarot cards, which is the Pentacles, Cups, Swords, Wands, and it's all finished with the infinity sign or symbol, meaning you've got everything you need at hand in order to create, and your potential, your power is basically limitless. The only thing that's standing in your way is the awareness of this truth. And that's how we're getting to what this card is trying to tell us on this position this month, being upside down. I think it's all about letting go of apathy and resignation on our dreams, as we are scared to take the steps that would lead us into fulfilling them. Because, it's normal. Like, we're scared of failure or rejection or whatever. But this is no longer sustainable, because all that energy that's present within you and that's building up needs to be released and needs to be translated into something physical, which is basically the ultimate goal of the Magician, is that he takes all his thoughts and ideas and visions, all his emotions and needs, and he translates them through action into something physical. That's why there are all the 4 tarot suits in this card. And this month is the perfect time for you to overstep your own shadow, so to speak, and finally start make things happening, quitting complaining, quitting finding excuses for why something's not possible, and just going for it. Now, obviously, this is much easier said than done, because if it was that easy, you would have already done it, right? But one of the topics I can see in this card is perfectionism, which is oftentimes a big block on the road for us, as we're trying to make everything perfect before we finally release it into the world. But basically, that's again just another excuse, because things don't need to be perfect, and the truth is no one probably actually cares except you. The Magician is also about recognizing your own uniqueness, talents, skills, experiences, and powers that in the end of the day are actually what this is all about. You are here to share your life's perspective and talents with the rest of the world, because you can stay assured that no matter how banal or pointless they seem to you, they are so valuable to someone else, and potentially many, 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 many people out there. The reason you don't find your skills and experiences and talents interesting is because you have lived with them your entire life, and so you're used to them. You don't see them as anything unique, but actually, looking from the outside, they probably are, and they need to be shared with the world. Which brings me to the next card, the card of letting in. And here we have 6 of coins. Now, when I look at this card, I see a plant blooming and fruiting. It's almost like grapes, right? And that for me is a big symbol of abundance and wealth. Yeah. And this card is usually interpreted as success. Now, in terms of the position and what it's trying to tell us, I think it's quite obvious, especially in connection with the previous card, meaning in order to be successful in life, you actually have to open yourself up to success first. And you have to do this consciously, because as long as you stay in a victim mentality, you keep finding excuses why something isn't possible, then you are closing all the door for what is possible in your life, right? And to make this a little bit easier for yourself, you can actually look back and play with all the successes that you have already experienced or built in your life, right? And ask yourself, how can I still use this for my benefit, or how can I build on to my previous successes? Because again, as you will be focusing on this energy, you will be probably attracting more of it into your life. And now is the perfect time to probably not only plant the seeds for something fruitful in the future, but maybe even harvest something that you have forgotten. To go back again to the previous card, use your imagination, your creativity. Try to find new, different ways how to approach problems and challenges and issues so that you can get a different outcome from them, and basically experiment. Which brings me to the last guidance card, which I got from the Spirit Guides again. And here we got a card that's called Unique. Funnily enough, ties back beautifully with the Magician. And again, it's telling you to remember that all those things you probably consider weird about yourself and you might feel like a freak or whatever are actually what makes you special and what the world needs you for, right? And this doesn't tie only to creativity and work and stuff like that, but to relationships as well, and to every area of your life. Because even in relationships, these things are the traits that we find the most vulnerable about ourselves. You know, all those things where we feel like we don't fit in properly with the rest of society and that we should probably hide or censor or whatever. But in the end of the day, those are also the things that you love the most about other people in your life, and that's why you respect them and cherish them and don't want to lose them, because they are unique as they are and they have a special place in your life, right? So you are the same for someone else regarding your skills, regarding your personality, your talents, your experiences, everything. And there's no one else like you who would have the same mix of all these things at once, which is quite remarkable given there's more than 7 billion of us on this planet. So the guidance would be in trying to step over your own shadow in the Magician and trying to conquer the fear of failure and actually start making things happening. Remind yourself that you are here to do this. No one else will do this like you unless you do, right? Who else should do this job if not you? So I hope it all made sense again. Hope you're safe and fine. Let me know what you think, if you have any thoughts about it, as always. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'm sending you hugs. Bye.